Seafarers. That's one of those things that can be universally applicable depending how far you want to get into it. The main rules are pretty simple. They just govern how you build and use boats. The meat of the game is all the different scenarios it offers. Like this scenario is pretty basic. This is the exact basic island of Catan. So it's the same basic board. If you have any scenario variant expansion that fits in the basic board, you can use Seafarers with. You just throw in a couple islands around the edges. But as the scenarios advance and increase, the island takes very different shapes. It starts adding a whole bunch of different new rules, so it gets less and less easy to fit stuff in. Going all the way up to this very weird, very new, very different. So it meshes less and less as it goes on, and it's up to you whether or not you think it's good. So there's a few things that will sometimes fit, sometimes won't. That would be a lot of these Seafarers scenarios. The Cities and Knights of Catan. That is my favorite way to play Catan. It sometimes fits, sometimes doesn't. So it's not universally applicable, but it's also not totally exclusive either. It can be combined. There are a few scenarios in the Traders and Barbarians expansion that do not play well with others. It's the Barbarian attack scenario and the Traders and Barbarians scenario in the Traders and Barbarians expansion. They simply don't really, except for the stuff that, like I said, is universally applicable, those scenarios don't play well with others. The rules just don't mesh well. You'll be using the same resources to build different things, and your resources will be tied different ways, and you just won't be able to get anything done, and you'll just be beaten up by the game. So probably could be done if you really had to, but just probably wouldn't be a very good experience. So what I've got set up here is the most expansions I could possibly fit into one board. So here we have many of the universal things that I said was applicable. So we've got the Harbor Master in here. We've got the Catan event deck in here. We've got the fish going on, including the lake in the middle of the island. I have Cities and Knights included, so I've got all the Cities and Knights stuff going on. I have, from the Traders and Barbarians expansion, I've got the river scenario occurring here. So this isn't the river standalone expansion, it's the river scenario in the Traders and Barbarians expansion. I have the Oasis scenario, so I've got the Oasis, I centered it in the middle of the map. The rivers are aligned just like they are in the normal scenario. I've got made sure the lake was somehow landlocked. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 special hexes that are not the normal resource producing hexes. So to make room for them, simply added 2 hexes on each side, making more of an oval shape. So just take the same basic map, add 2 hexes on each side to make room for all this. And all this stuff jives perfectly well. And well, I promised I'd add everything, so I added Seafarers as well over here. So I can see playing, if I play this in reality, not a whole lot of players would take advantage of this because all the good stuff's going on over on this map. We've got the camels coming out, the river coming out, we've got the lake and fish over here. So not a whole lot of incentive to come on over here. What I did try to do is try to put some good numbers over here. I've got a gold hex with a 5 on it, and then we got some fish, so some incentive to come out here, but not a whole lot. So if you really want to combine everything, you can put Seafarers in it as well.